Hey everybody, it's Brady from the Late Weather Forecast, and tonight we're going to be doing a video on what the Weather Channel has named Winter Storm Orlena, or Lena, whatever. Either way, we got a big storm coming, and without further ado, let's get started. So yeah, first, let's talk about Illinois. Yeah, they're getting thumped on tonight. You can see that bright banding in the radar there. And yeah, that mix line has started to shift south more as more cold air is starting to filter its way in. And yeah, it's thumping tonight in Chicago area for sure. Um, Good heavy snow, 1 to 2 inch per hour rates. Poor snow growth earlier limited their boom potential for the storm, but fully expect, yeah, no, these areas should be down for 6 to 12 plus. At least I think so. Uh, Yeah, and then Indiana going to get some heavy snow tonight too. Really thumping in Indiana tonight. Look at those. Definitely some good 1 to 2 inch per hour rates right there. Again, 6 to 12 plus potential in here as well, or wherever north of that mix line is going to be, and that's going to be right around in this area, I think tonight, roughly. But we'll see. Ohio, a good portion should see 4 to 8 inches. And now let's move to our area, where this is the big stuff. Uh, what are my thoughts? Well, first, let's go to model, just for timing purposes. I want to go here to the Euclid's coming out. Take a look at the Canadian after that. Post this. Uh, we'll go to the NAM in terms of timing. I've been liking the NAM lately. I don't say that much, but I think it has a general. It's not ridiculously overdoing it, I think, and it's actually somewhat reasonable in what could happen. I think it's underdoing it still for Eastern PA a little bit. Um, but yeah, there's definitely going to be a major CCP band that sets up. That's a bit of a tongue twister, but yeah, that's going to set up right over. You can see that CCB band set up right over here. Yep, this is where we're looking at for that area to pivot along that axis. And no, not that whole area is going to see that. It's just not how it works. Um, but this area, boom, really like that area, and then this area as well. Not that far east, maybe, but yeah, we'll see. Let's get to the timing now. Timing of the storm. When is it coming? Well, we're going to be looking at timing tomorrow. Actually, yeah, tomorrow morning we're going to start to see it snow in the mid-Atlantic, um, and that's where the initial thump of snow comes. And let's see what the NAM. I actually haven't seen. I want Coachella. I don't want to overdo it. Yeah, in the initial thump, we're looking at potential good 3 to 6 inches for Maryland, and then northwestern Virginia with the potential to see potentially 4 to 8 inches. I just wanted to see what the NAM had for them. But yeah, it's pretty close to what I'm thinking for the Mid-Atlantic in that first clump of snow. Um, and then we see the backside kick in, and boom, that's where you see exactly where I'm talking about, right? This area right in here, exactly what the NAM has. Right? That's exactly what the NAM is showing, and that kind of aligns with my thinking of where the heaviest snowfall is going to be. Is it going to dump 2 feet over New York City? I don't think so necessarily, um, but it's definitely there's a lot of snowfall on the way. I guess I'll play it out just for the fun of it. Um, but there's certainly a lot of snowfall on the way, and again, I got to go to timing, which I was originally talking about. So we get the initial thump, 2 to 5 for DC in the initial thump, and then we get the backside. You're going to dry slot in DC, okay? You're going to dry slot and you're going to mix for, I mean, maybe 12 hours potentially in DC. And then the backside is going to kick in, and it depends on how much of that backside can you get into DC. I think the NAM underdoes the backside a little bit right here of this storm for DC. As the transfer takes place, the transfer just happens a little bit late. The Miller B, the coastal transfer that happens. Uh, I think it happens just a little bit late. The RGEM, which I'm not going to show because that's a load of crap, is happening with the transfer earlier. So there's the difference. The timing of the transfer is key. I think a little bit more in between what the NAM and the RGEM showing is a little bit closer, but more closer to the NAM in terms of the timing of the transfer. So on that backside, we could be looking at another 1 to 3, potentially 3 to 6 inches for DC on the backside, depending on what happens into Northeast Maryland, potentially another 3 to 6 on the backside as well, where you get 2 to 5 in the beginning. You add that up and you get the potential to see maybe 6 to 12 plus in across a lot of Maryland, and then DC you get that 4 to 8 plus potential for DC. But just some extremely heavy banding. We're going to be seeing snowfall rates 2 to 4 inches per hour potentially. Monday night into Tuesday morning is when the peak time frame for this is. And watch as this band pivots, it's going to kind of decay over northern New England and central New England, where there's the potential for 6 to 12 inches there, as well as we go into the White Mountains potentially. So it's something to watch. Southern Maine, I think definitely you have good 6 to 12 plus potential as well there, with the potential to maybe see as much as 12 to 20. I would not be surprised, and that goes for the same. I think this area has a potential to potentially see as much as 12 to 20 inches in a boom scenario. And then when watching this area, I don't know if I want to go that far, but definitely, yeah, watching this area as well in New England for potentially 12 to 20 inches of snow as well in a boom scenario. I think, and it's not as much as a boom scenario anymore, and it's becoming more and more likely that that could be the forecast. So we're going to have to see what the high-res model continues to show, but this is our jackpot. This is our jackpot right here. This is our sweet spot. Go just north of Philadelphia, and then you go just to, I think New York City could be in the bullseye 100%, but I'm not going to put them in the exact bullseye yet, but that could be our bullseye. That could very well be our bullseye with this storm, where 18 to 24 plus is possible. That's not what I'm forecasting. I'm forecasting 12 to 20 plus for that right now, but that's where we could be looking at 18 to 24 plus inches of snow. And as we get closer and the confidence continues to increase from all the modeling, then I might up it to 18 to 24 plus for that area. But that's how I'll do it right now. We'll get this area right here. I don't know if I'm that far, but yeah, 12 to 20 plus for here. I want to go in here. This is where we're going to be looking at. I don't want to put anything, but I'll go with 10 plus is what I'm thinking for there. I'm not going to put my snowfall map out for New England until tomorrow. But then we're looking at Philly potentially. We slide into here. We could be looking at in this area right here. I think we're looking at potentially 8 to 14 plus. Alright, we're back. I just wanted to fill in the map here a little bit so you can see. I think 6 to 12 plus for CT, Connecticut. I upped it for 12 plus in that area in New England. I'm just pretty confident in that, to be honest. And I still have question marks here. I still have lots of question marks here. I think you're going to be a big mix in southern New Jersey, though. So I think DC 4 to 8. I think Baltimore, I think you're 6 to 12. Northeast Maryland, I think you're 6 to 12 plus. I think Philly, you're 8 to 14 plus. New York City, I think you're 10 to 18 plus. Again, that sweet spot, 12 to 20 plus from Poconos into northern New Jersey, into the southern Hudson Valley. I'm concerned that there's going to be some mixing concerns in the Connecticut and Rhode Island coast, so we'll see what happens there. But and some dry slot concerns as well. So we'll see. Again, we're going to have to see what happens there. But we'll clear this here, and that's my snowfall. thoughts for right now. But we're just going to see these bands. Just what's going to happen here. We're going to get our CCC band, CCB band right here, and what's going to happen is this just going to transport, and you're going to see band after band work its way until the CCB band sets up right here, and then it's just going to be basically, imagine you're just adding. Imagine you're ripping out pages of a book, and you're ripping them out and you're placing them onto the table, and you keep adding those pages one by one by one. That's what we're going to be looking at, that banding, and that just going to keep allowing that band to keep getting to pivot and just intensify, really, and produce potentially big time snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches per hour are definitely possible. So this is, again, classic setup here for a big time nor'easter, and we're going to have to continue to watch this closely and follow any trends that happen with the models. But yeah, that's kind of my thinking for now, and I guess I need to start saying, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like. It just gets it to more people. I noticed I didn't care before, but it turns out if you want people to watch your videos, you have to say hit the like button. So that would be greatly appreciated if you could. And yeah, that's going to do it for me. Hope you all have a good night. Peace.